On Get Up, upset of the year. Packers a 7.5-point favorite against the Browns. 4 minutes left. Green Bay's up 10-3. Packers 3rd and 3. Jordan Love, what?
Cannot do this. This is a very simple play that Jordan Love has run thousands of times in his life. All he has to do is confirm the internal coverage. If that guy doesn't follow the tight end, you can't throw that slot slant. He doesn't even look at him, throws it. You are way too experienced of a player to make that mistake.
Rex's head just hit the desk as we watched it. We'll talk to him in a minute. Quinshon Judkins pays it off. We're tied at 10. Packers get it back. 27 seconds left. This is a 4th and 13. Chip shot field goal, but no! Theme of the day. Browns get the block, they get the run back, and they get the opportunity going the other way. Take a look at the block effort there by the Browns.
Again, that's the, like you said, story of the day. And then the Browns do a really good job of executing in the situational football to get that ball snapped and an opportunity for the field goal.
Andre Schmidt, 55 yards away. Browns get the win.
This is all part of adversity. Undefeated seasons, like, they're hard in the NFL. Like, let's be real. And sometimes, just like today, the bed. That's just the reality of it. Like, it happens to the best teams. You know what I mean? Even the best Super Bowl champs make mistakes, and they, they pay for it early.
Okay, so, I mean,
Go ahead, D-Wood.
I had so many other things to talk about in that game, and then Micah comes afterwards and says that.
Undefeated team, Super Bowl. Bro, what the hell have you won?
Yeah.
Like you're a great player. There's no question about that. But you haven't won jack squat on this league. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I don't understand. That's the type of stuff that when I hear from Micah Parsons, just make me scratch my head. Like, is that why Dallas got you about it? Like, it's just stupid stuff like that, bro. It's like, why are you even talking about that? You got your butts kicked. You know what I'm saying about it? Cleveland Browns, their defense just totally dominated. And you talk about undefeated seasons in Super Bowl. What the hell is that, Rex?
But you know what? That's the mentality they trotted on that field with. Well, sit back and say, oh, no, we're just going to go get them. We're the mighty Packers. Nobody cares. All right, this is a week-to-week business in this league, and guess what? Those guys get paid too. And by the way, the best defense on the field wasn't the Green Bay Packers. It was the Cleveland Browns.
Well, there were people in the Packers locker room. There was an offensive lineman last week talking about how they had a chance to go unbeaten. They had won 2 home games.
Right.
Hadn't even played a road game yet. This was the first time the Packers stepped on the road, and they lost at Cleveland. Now they get another road game on Sunday night against, well, we know a little bit about the
Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, that felt like, and those are immature comments after the game. Those are the comments of someone who hasn't been there and done that, who starts out 2-0 like a house of fire and is thinking about undefeated seasons and Super Bowls. When we are so far from any of that, it is ridiculous. And so that's one part of the issue here, Dan. The other part of it clearly is the quarterback making the critical mistake late in the game when it cannot be made.
Immature is the word that I would put for the quarterback in Micah's comments. The big takeaway, and this is why yesterday's concerning for me for the Green Bay Packers. 1, Jordan Love going against a very good, could be one of the best defenses in football against Cleveland. You cannot do that in the 4th quarter. You have to, it's the opposite of what Jalen Hurts would do. These are 2 plays in the 4th quarter where I'm watching Jordan play and I'm like, you look so panicked in this moment. The only thing you can't do is give the ball to the other team. Your defense is playing exceptional football. To throw that ball, it's triple slants. You have to read that internal defender. If he collapses with the tight end, you can throw the slot. If he doesn't, you can't throw the slot. That's simple football that you should know of. The second thing is this, and this is why it's concerning. Their offensive line got absolutely embarrassed yesterday.
Yes, they did.
11 times I counted on tape. The pass game had no chance to have success because that Cleveland defensive line whooped them. And again, I'm aware that defensive line is fantastic, but you're going to play against good defensive lines. And so that's why that game's concerning to me, because I go, offensive line, you got to be better. And then Jordan, you cannot throw that interception.
Listen, what I saw first of all, here's the thing. I don't trust him.
Amen.
I don't trust him. Like, listen, at the end of the day, the number one job of a quarterback is to take care of the football. You're going to be in a defensive struggle. That game proved to be a defensive struggle. You have to take care of the football. And how many times have we talked about with Jordan Love? he always has these critical turnovers, especially the first
Like,
half
I don't
of the
mind
season.
the aggressive ones. I really don't. I don't mind the aggressive.
But you got to
one
know.
where
But you got to know in
that's
this
not
game.
an aggressive.
That's not aggressive.
Yes, and in this game,
Right.
Like I remember years ago, the first game of the season, it was the Bills and the Jets, and it might have been when
Josh
Aaron
Allen,
got hurt.
it was the night
and I
Aaron got
remember,
hurt.
like, Josh, you got to grow up. Like that's an immature performance. And I feel yesterday, Jordan Love is my MVP pick. I feel like Jordan, someone's got to be like, we got to grow up. You can't throw that ball. It's 3rd and 3. The worst thing to do is give that offense a short field. The Packers defense, to Micah's credit, was phenomenal yesterday. And they had skunked the Browns offense. Jordan, you got to grow up and not give that ball away, because you give them the ball, you give them the ball in the short field, you give them life, and all of a sudden the game flips. And as much as I love his talent and as much as I want to understand, like, that offensive line got whooped, dude, you can't throw that football in that situation.
100%, Dano. And look, nobody's going to ever argue the fact that this kid is super talented. Like, he's amongst all of them. But that's not what I think of him. I think of the critical error. And here's the crazy thing. You know, he hadn't thrown an interception for 9 games, right? 9 straight games. Yet we've all, I'm like, oh, he always makes the big error. Well, he really doesn't, but we sure as hell think he does.
And that's
right here was
read.
it. Yeah, like it doesn't get easier than that.
That's a simple read that
But he does it. He does it all the dang time in big moments. How can this team get to where they want to go if he's going to make these critical errors in big moments? And unfortunately, don't be the weakness. The MVP should not be the weakness.
Eric, I'm going to stay here. Our producer, Eric, we'll stay here with this. Dominic Foxworth sent me a text right after this game. And he said, this is a great reminder that the difference in talent between the best teams and the worst teams is not that great. This is not like college where you could be playing an FBS team playing an FCS team. Like, you have to show up and play the game. And I think he was making the point you were making, Rex. They showed up, and I think Micah's comments afterwards make it sound like they walked in there like, well, look how good we are.
Here's the thing. You go out here, you play the Lions, you embarrass the Lions week 1. Then you come out another primetime game against the Washington Commanders and you handle business. So now your chest is out. We're going to play the lowly Cleveland Browns on the road. And guess what? Boom. You got your teeth kicked in by that defense, and you end up losing the game. And so, like, that's part of the maturation process.
This has to be a pivotal moment for Jordan Love's season and career. And yes, it's the 3rd game, and yes, I mean that. There has to be a maturity and a growth that comes off of this that gets you into that conversation that Jalen Hurts does play in. Because I've been around coaches, Sean McVay and Gary Kubiak, that would paint the picture, and you've been with Coach Belichick, of this is how we win this game. Because there is just this reality. When you're playing the Browns, their defense is great. And so as an offense, you just have to be very conscious of, we're not going to give them the football. We're not going to give them short fields. We're not going to give them life. A punt is just as good as a first down almost. You know what I'm saying? And so for Jordan, he's got to sit back and watch that play and go, I can't do that to my team because I'm the reason that we lose that football game.
But this is what happens every year in the NFL. No great team takes an unobstructed path to the playoffs in the postseason. I think back to Steve Young in 1994. They fell to 2-3, got blown out against the Eagles, and he rebounded to win a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts struggled early before he won the Super Bowl in the same season. Maybe this is that moment for Jordan.
You got to learn from it.
He learns. Exactly, and grows.
We'll can't do it again.
They're obviously an excellent team, and they'll play Dallas, and you see they've got some winnable games on their schedule. But that's the